What's up, proxies? I'm FOXSOL and welcome to another video on the channel. Hope you enjoy.
Looks like the age of Miyabi is almost over, ladies and gents.
Well. Isn't it such a great time to be part of the Zenless Zone Zero community? When we still have, for the last couple of days, the narrative from our favorite content streamer still pushing out how amazing Zenless Zone Zero really is. I mean, this time we're reverting back to the original argument of HP inflation, an argument that I think that, well, the mass majority of the Zenless Zone Zero community has proven is not really a serious issue for the game. But of course, the myth, the legend, the jester himself has yet again brought this argument to the table. But this time, he's pushing the agenda, I guess you could say, that the age of Miyabi is, well, over. Just because he cannot get a sub-minute to time on critical node 7 against the first part of an elite enemy that is resistance to ice. Wait. The guy legitimately, like, what? The guy legitimately gets a great time of 2 minutes and 25 seconds using Miyabi against an ice-resistant boss, and he's just going to complain basically that it wasn't sub 2 minutes, even though the elite boss was resistance to ice.
There. What are the times looking like for that? I don't know. For the level of investment I have on my teams, 4:03, 2 minutes 25 seconds, 1 minute 38 seconds. Looks like the age of Miyabi is almost over, ladies and gents. This dude taking this long to kill is one of the craziest things ever. I mean, you're running her on ice-resistant bosses. Yeah, that's true. But she has always been getting, like, sub 2 minute times against ice-resistant bosses.
You know, I'm not new in the ZZZ community. I just recently started ZZZ, but I mean, I think I might be losing something here. I might not be understanding something about how this has anything to do with the relation of HP inflation. I mean, maybe you guys in the comment section, you know, you can help me out and you could type to me exactly what Saintontas was trying to prove. But like I was stating this on my live stream, that there was a whole different argument that could have been pushed. I mean, geez, okay, listen, Saintontas, man, listen, call me and let me help you write your narrative real quick. I mean, I think I can get you something better like this.
All right, ladies and gents. With this done, we can see here that I got an excellent time of 2 minutes and 25 seconds that goes to prove to all the community that the argument that ZZZ requires skill is not valid. I mean, after all, we were fighting a boss that was resistant to ice and still managed to get an S rank, proving that ZZZ is not a mechanically difficult game as many out there make it out to be.
So yeah, when it comes down to it, we have here what I feel is a man that, objectively speaking, is failing to really push hard arguments against Zenless Zone Zero. We're using Twitch stats, we're using ice-resistant enemies with an ice-related character to try to push this narrative. It's like the man is really trying to grasp at straws. And he's doing everything he can to spin these narratives, and instead of looking at an argument in the right context, he's just trying to create one. So what I like to do is I would like to, in fact, take a couple of clips from another person, the big man himself, the rising legend of the gacha space, LokiGacha, and get his thoughts on a couple of different things about Saintontas. So let's play a couple of clips and we'll be right back.
Let's take a look and see if our favorite narcissist has an argument that's not bad faith and is actually rooted in reality.
Move on gone to 7 because there have been people saying some things about the HP inflation. They're saying it's 45 million total HP on both sides. It's one of the biggest increases the game has ever seen. And who better else to demonstrate how bad the HP inflation has gotten other than the guy that's been saying that HP inflation has been one of the worst things happening to this game for the longest time. So
sorry, I just wanted to add up these numbers really quick, and it comes out to 40,901,709. I don't know. It's a little odd. I swear I heard 45 million, but I don't know. Maybe I misheard or something.
yeah, no.
Now, I'm not the type of person to critique someone's gameplay, because play how you want. I feel like Yushuan can clear this at a baseline without doing any of her chain swap tech. So I think that's fine. But you know, like obviously there are like ways to optimize the run. I just bring that up because I know Saint does this when he watches people play Wuwa. He doesn't give the same treatment. Like people critique his gameplay or whatever in ZZZ, but he does the same thing for other people in Wuwa. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe he's changed. Who knows?
So pausing the clip right here, I wanted to go ahead and just really quickly stop it. And because LokiGacha just said, he doesn't want to critique the gameplay, but Saintontas likes to critique everybody's gameplay, like LokiGacha will say later. And I'm going to do this real quick because for someone who hasn't, in particular played ZZZ for a long time, I do recognize, like from a fighting game mechanical point of view, that I have some resources here that I could be using. First things first, since I have a gray bar right here coming in for my meter, we could do the shadow clone dance thing, swap it over to Pan while she's doing that, to pop his alt, to pop his meter, which would apply sheer force, and then swap it back to Shifu, which would allow us to finish it off. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, information like this is very nice to know. All right, let's continue.
I don't know. It seems like he has more HP. Yeah, that seems like it had more HP.
It seems like he has more HP. This is the thing all gachas do. This boss 2 Shiyus ago had 18 million HP. It's 1 floor less and it has 15 million. So saying it feels tankier is just incorrect.
In general, like many of you already know, I am a person that has covered Weather Waves on this channel back last year so much. And with all these recent narrative talks about Zenless Zone Zero, I came into this game mainly to generate my own opinions. From the elitist community talks, the HP inflation talks, the miasma shield issues that was going on, and so forth. I jumped into this game, I jumped into its community, and I've came here to learn as much as I possibly can to generate an opinion. And I have been more than quite surprised by many things that I've learned. And well, what I've really learned is that from every night that I've live streamed this game and talked to many different people and learned more about ZZZ, I can tell you that a lot of the narrative speeches that Saintontas likes to push is not factually true. It's again grasping at straws, like I said before, just to make his game, Weather and Waves, look better for no reason. And really, I think we already know it in the gacha space, in the gaming communities around, that Weather and Waves is a very solid game that has its pros and has its cons. And it's doing really good. But just sitting here and having a hate boner on other games makes it really seem like, for this man especially, that he's very insecure about his game's future, when there's no reason to fear anything. Now, I mean, this is also a man that a lot of people, will look at him and how he acts, kind of accuse him of being a tourist in his own game with his own takes, and, well, likes to exploit different bugs to...
Oh, you guys. Oh. Oh.
So to try to wrap up this video, I will put it like this. The issue here, I believe, is that when it comes to Saintontas, the problem is, while this man at times does bring up valid points, when new information comes out, or surfaces really, the man straight up dismisses or ignores it. To which I will say like this: why would I trust a Weather and Waves player, air quotations, who is used to bursting his way through difficult game content to try to gain a sub 1 minute time, if you would, over a person that is established in the ZZZ community as a content creator that can show me other information that proves that these arguments aren't to be worried about? Again, this goes back to like the miasma machine mechanic, which Saintontas doesn't talk about no more because he was made to look like a fool on this. But Saintontas did make several statements of how bad this mechanic was and how you needed rupture agents for it, and from observation point of view, did look like he was correct. The initial observations appeared correct. But when new information came in that showcased, you know, this was a mechanic that actually helped players from Hako, it was easily dismissed. And, well, not to go any further into it, but you already know the story. It's just we're dismissing information that changes the narrative, and if it doesn't follow the narrative, we have to dismiss it. And, well, again, especially with this person that has over time made multiple different statements, I do believe that for his online personality that he's showcasing, that you, me, the general public need to take a really good hard look at this man, because, well, let's roll a couple of clips.
No wonder he S6 Rosia. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people say that PGR has like the best combat ever. I don't think it's I don't think it's that good. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you. I think people saying PGR has the best combat ever are like I think they're actually on drugs. Guys, I feel like we have to unban him, because if we don't, he's gonna find another hobby, and I feel like that one might involve an AR-15 and a public gathering space.
So yeah, with all that, these are some clips right here that, you know, put together gives me an opinion about the personality of this man and just what exactly the type of person we have here that we're dealing with. So with that, I leave it to you to create your own opinion, create your own thought process. And like always, guys, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, always keep it real. And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I heard some very interesting things about the most recent Shiyu defense, and it looks like the most interesting thing of them all doesn't start at Shiyu number 7.